We got a beef with you, Barrett. When we rode through the canyon this morning, you plumb forgot to say hello.
I mean, that little one now, she's just out of knickers, ain't she?
Come on down over there. Get out of there. Get out of there.
You like that, Panter?
Canvas, burlap, and wood.
Shouldn't play with matches.
The man who just dropped that entire crew is the Preacher, and he's the most mysterious character Clint Eastwood has ever put on screen. That brawl looks almost effortless, but hardly anyone knows that while he was shooting these fight scenes, Eastwood was carrying a badly damaged shoulder after a fall from his horse on location. There are moments where the Preacher draws with his left hand, and that wasn't a script choice. It was because Clint's right arm could barely move. At 54, he still refused to shut the production down and handled most of the action himself. After nearly 10 years away from Westerns, Eastwood came back with Pale Rider and immediately proved Hollywood wrong for writing the genre off as dead. It was made for under $7 million, and it became one of the most successful Westerns of the entire 1980s. Here's the fun part. The title comes straight out of the Book of Revelation, which describes a rider on a pale horse. Eastwood later admitted he always thought of the Preacher as a spirit who'd come back, rather than an ordinary gunfighter. So the bullet scars on his back, and the fact that the film never explains who he really is, were both left that way on purpose. Pale Rider also features an actor named Richard Kiel, who stood over 7'2" and became globally famous as Jaws in the James Bond films. With a frame that rare, he almost always got handed the kind of villain roles audiences never forget. The wild part is that the entire town you see in the movie was built brand new out in the middle of Idaho. The crew put up more than 10 buildings from nothing and then deliberately aged every wall and every board, so the place felt like it had been standing for decades. They even had to put down a cash deposit just to promise they'd tear the whole thing back down once filming wrapped. All these years later, Pale Rider is still considered the only supernatural role Clint Eastwood ever took on. He never confirmed inside the film whether the Preacher is a man or a ghost, but he's never denied the way audiences read him either. And maybe that ambiguity is exactly why people are still talking about Pale Rider more than 40 years on.